Cheers.
In the computer.
Oh,
3 times bigger.
Now, more than ever, we need music.
Who is it? Goons. Goon Squad. Goon Squad.
we can even call the segment "Talking Shit with the Goon Squad."
With the Goon Squad. The Goon Squad.
Christmas. It's about Christmas.
Hey, Christmas.
Christmas. Oh yeah, Christmas is
Are
right
you
around
guys
the corner.
doing Christmas shopping?
I am.
I'm trying to do it all online this year.
Really?
I
Yeah.
haven't started yet.
That's
Oh,
risky,
dude, you're
though.
cutting it really
close.
Because the thing is, Australia Post gets really bogged down this time of year.
That's
fine.
right.
So you might not even get your shit.
Because
Like,
what
you
is
know,
it now? It's the
10th.
Yeah, like
So-
2 weeks out, man.
I can just tell everyone, oh, your present got lost in the mail.
Yeah. No, I
Wait, are
it's-
you ordering it?
The
and
worst
sending it to them or
Christmas
sending it
present
to you?
ever.
Are you buying for nieces and shit?
Yeah.
Nieces and nephews? Yeah, because I was buying something for my cousin's kid. Like I call her my niece, but it's really my cousin's kid. So it's my cousin once removed or something. But I call her my niece anyway.
Bah.
Anyway,
We're all Asian,
and
they're all
I'm buying
related
for my
somehow.
girlfriend. I was shopping for my girlfriend's niece as well. And fuck, man, I walked into Toys R Us. And all I see is like Barbie dolls and shit. And that like one of them's 5, one of them's 2, and the other one's 2 as well. And I'm like, should I buy them Barbie dolls? I mean, they're old enough to play with dolls. And I thought, fuck, I walked in there and like, my little niece is half Asian, half African, and the other one's like, obviously both the other 2 are Asian, right? I walked in there and there's like dolls, and they were like super like, if you had to scale them, they would be 8 feet tall, like they would weigh like 40 kilos, and like this whole false ideal of beauty shit, you know. And like for me, it's like growing up, like, you know, I sound like such an old fart now because like growing up, I'm like, oh, fucking hot chicks, yeah, bring them, you know. But now because like I got nieces and shit, like I don't want them to grow up with that whole sort of like warped sense of beauty, you know. And so I walked in there and I looked at the Barbie dolls and I looked at the Bratz. I'm like, fuck, man, I don't want to buy them that shit because like
Brats are freaky.
yeah, they're freaky, but also like it's just gonna grow up. They're gonna grow up with this whole false sense of like, oh, you know, if I'm not fucking 6 foot tall as a, you know, and blonde hair and blue eyes,
I always
am
have to wear eyeshadow.
eyeshadow. Like you see it now, like a lot of Asian girls wearing fucking blue and green contacts and shit. Like,
Yeah.
not that there's anything wrong with it.
On
There's nothing wrong with it. Like
It's in Cabramatta, John Street.
it's your right, if you know it's a girl or whatever, it's your right to like look however you want to look, and if you think that looks good, I think that some of them look good, but like like I can tell that they're doing it just to appease like the popular culture. Like here, you know, the accepted standard of beauty here is like, you know, if you're white, Caucasian looking, you got blue eyes, green eyes, hazel eyes, blonde hair. And like for me, I'm like, I don't want them to grow up with that kind of ideal. So I went and bought a Cabbage Patch doll that looked like half African, half Asian for my niece. And then I went and bought like my I'll call it my niece, right? Like it's my girlfriend's
Just to
brother's
make it
kid.
easier.
Anyway, and I bought her like a microscope because I thought I'm not gonna get any more fucking toys. Like she's got so many toys already.
Yeah.
She's into the Skylander phase now anyway. So
Oh, God.
I went and got her a thing. I'm like, you know what? Growing up, I played with a lot of Lego, and I think that shaped me as a person. So I want to get her some sciencey shit to like maybe spark some kind of interest in that shit.
That's
so,
That's good, man.
yeah.
Uncle of the Year award.
Yes. This too.
Yeah,
This-
yeah, yeah.
this
So
I'm, not
anyway,
even,
right
I'm
here.
not even being
I
sarcastic.
know that's just me
No.
ranting now,
'Cause-
but
Because
yeah, quite you're
because
saying.
that's really good. Like I find that I try to do that with my like nieces and nephews, or like
You feel
younger,
that responsibility?
younger cousins. With Louis, because he's seen me play guitar, he's seen me sing, and he tries to join in, and
That's cool.
he tries to play my guitar.
We
which
should
is-
play a little bit something later. After.
Yeah.
No, let's not.
It's
jam
Yeah,
session.
Let's not.
Naked.
No, but like Louis will try to play my guitar, which is massive for
Yeah,
him.
the full size one.
And it was quite actually. Aldi is a great resource for buying gifts.
Oh yeah, fuck! I never thought of that.
And because I went there and I was just, I was on my way to a practice or rehearsal, and I had some time to kill. So I'm like, I'm going to go to Aldi, buy some snacks or something.
Yeah.
I went there. There were like the 3/4 size guitars for $30.
What?
And I bought 2 of
Yeah,
them.
fuck,
Yeah.
my girlfriend wants a guitar.
Dude, I've...
$30, best investment ever.
Yeah, a $30 like 3/4 guitar
Yeah.
for $30.
Because when you're starting out, you can't hear the difference between like $1,000 guitar and like
Oh
$100.
man,
that's
yeah,
right.
It was a student practice guitar, and
Yeah.
I also got him like a little mini keyboard for like $30. Louis is not going to see this until past Christmas anyway, so it doesn't matter. But
Will
yeah,
you even watch this? My uncle's on TV.
I won't let him watch it because we're swearing at it. No, he knows what swearing is. He
Hey,
understands.
Louis.
Hey, Louis.
Sup, Louis? Sup, Louis?
Soups.
Lewis,
In my eyes, soups that
You
never
cool,
came
man.
out.
follow in your uncle's footsteps.
But yeah, like
Come on, go.
I went back there then another time and I found a magic set. I don't know who I'm buying it for, but
Wait. What sort of magic set are you talking about?
like a kid's magic set. So I had
Okay.
card games, the rings and the magic wand with the flowers coming out of it, like the basic kind of
the basic.
magic kind of magic tricks. So I thought, man, Aldi is awesome. I'm always gonna come to Aldi, buy these like random stuff, and
Resourceful.
Yeah.
Very resourceful.
so I have a bunch of gifts that
There's a good tip right
I'm gonna
there.
give away.
Audi, just sponsor us.
What's up?
Sponsor us, Aldi.
What's up?
Who are you getting presents for this year?
Family and friends.
Does that include me?
Because we're your friends, right?
Yeah.
I
Better
don't buy,
not be
I,
a
I,
fucking
I honestly don't buy
$30
friends
guitar from
presents.
Audi.
Like,
No.
yeah, I don't buy friends presents. Anyway, you continue.
No, yeah.
I'm a tight ass, but
That's true. No. I'm not that you're a tight ass. It's just
I'm gonna buy everyone
pretty
just
tight, man.
lens caps.
It's really difficult to buy everybody that you
Yeah.
know presents.
Yeah.
Like even if like your close friends,
by friends I mean like candy canes, man. Candy canes.
that's fine.
I'd rather meet up with everybody for a barbecue and have a few drinks.
No,
and
that's
shit
that'd be
buy
beautiful.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think these days everyone just buys presents for their nieces and nephews.
it really
right?
comes down to the kids, but
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
the kids want the Christmas presents more.
Because
Than,
if I buy something for, say, a kid, they'll appreciate it. They might play with it for a week and throw it in the corner, but like the look on their face when they get it is cool. But if when I buy it for adults, it's like fucking like like unless it's a super lavish gift or something that they really want, like it's really just like, during Christmas time, it's really just buying something for the sake of buying something.
Yeah.
And it's like rubbish. Like we spend millions of dollars a year. Like
What are you gonna buy your mum for Christmas this year?
what am I going to buy? It's kind of two things that I might get her another tablet because she's struggling looking at the 7-inch tablet. I might get her a bigger tablet.
What are you gonna get your mum?
But,
Pajamas.
I'm gonna get my mum a robot vacuum cleaner.
a
What?
vacuum cleaner. I
Robot
thought about that. I
vacuum
thought about that
cleaner?
too.
that's a good idea.
Yeah.
What are you gonna get your mum?
A robot vacuum cleaner.
Ask me that question again, man.
What are you gonna get your mum for Christmas?
Robot vacuum cleaner. You're fucked now because I'm editing this thing. I'm going to make it so I said it first.
Apparently, you can get an Audi for $30.
No, but I have no idea what to get my mom. She's actually, I think she's going to be in Hawaii over the holidays.
Fuck, so she's going to be overseas and you're going to be stuck here.
Yeah. Well, but yeah, I have no idea. Like what we do usually with my family is like my dad's side, they'll do a Kris Kringle, and then my mom's side will do a Kris Kringle, and I don't know if I should tell this story. I got my cousin's stepdad as I have to buy him a present. And I'm just like,
You know this is going to be out before Christmas, right?
it's whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, don't really like this guy.
Oh, no.
I don't really like this guy.
You hear
But
that? He hates you, man. If you're watching this.
No,
He
no,
won't- he
no.
won't watch this, but-
I was trying to think of like I was trying to think of be thoughtful in a gift,
Yeah.
but at the same time, the back of my mind is like, I really don't
No,
like this guy.
you know the best gifts are the ones that you make, right? So I reckon, what's his name?
I'm not gonna say his name.
Okay, anyway, so we'll just call him Bishop, like just for the sake of like
Right.
I reckon we should get all the boys together, right, and we'll do a little clay mold, and we'll do a letter each, and we'll spell out the word "fuck you, Bishop." Like,
I saw
You should just get an Audi, get him a $30. That's a pretty shitty gift.
No. I was looking around for gifts and stuff, so I was around Parramatta or something, and I walked into Glue or GP or whichever one of those.
wait, hold on.
stores.
You should get him a $30 guitar, but then cut the high E string off, like just to get a wire string and just cut it so you give him like a guitar with 5 strings. Let's see if he gets the hint, you know.
Yeah. No, I walked into one of those stores and they had one of those novelty coffee table books.
Yeah.
And it was like awkward family photos. I wanted to buy that one. So like I
Get
put
him
it
the
on
most
there.
useless gift ever, right?
Yeah, but also just to kind of hint the fact that like,
Come on.
awkward family photos. Here, Merry Christmas. Is what you make everybody. Anyway, that's I hope you're not keeping that in, but if you do,
Yeah.
meh.
Yeah. So you go to church. You go to church. Don and Jason, they both go to church, right? So
Sometimes.
yes. So like, cause growing up as a Buddhist, right, I've never done the whole midnight mass thing. Like, what's the deal with midnight mass for during Christmas time? Like,
For me, like growing up as a Catholic, midnight mass was because we would have our family party, like a family party, and uncles would be drunk, the aunties would be eating, kids would be playing around or whatever. And then all of a sudden it was like, okay, we got to go to midnight mass. But I'm tired.
you have to go, right?
I'm tired. We got to go. It was more just like when I was a kid, I never wanted to go, but as I got older, it was more like, yeah, let's go and see the people that we want to.
Oh yeah, that's almost exactly like a Chinese New Year when we go to temple. It's really like, oh, we don't go there to like fucking pray to the gods or whatever. We just go there to see everybody, like.
Because it is technically it is kind of like a tradition, and I'm sure like a lot of Catholics out there are going to be like, no, it's this, it's all this stuff, which is true, like but it became that for me. Yeah, it was like it's this time with Christmas where you want to see the people that you really care about. Yeah, and if you get to see, some friends and some other people that you don't usually get to see around that time at midnight mass, then it makes it so much better. Yeah, the fact that you're there.
Because like someone that's not Catholic, like I've got this really romanticized notion of like midnight mass and Christmas all together. Like, it's
really a bunch of people that I'm gonna get in trouble. It's really a bunch of people that have eaten a lot of food and then going there because like, oh, we got to go because. It's tradition.
It's a thing to do, right? Yeah.
My family goes, but I only go to check out Asian chicks.
All right. I thought you were Buddhist though.
No, bro.
No, you're Catholic as well.
Catholic. No, I'm Muslim.
That explains the mustache, right? Yeah. Facial hair. But you're missing a beard though, man.
Yeah, it's because I'm halal.
You're gonna offend so many of my Muslim friends. I grew up with so many of them as well. So I actually know more about, say, the Muslim culture than like Buddhism because it's weird. Like I know more about Catholicism as well than I know about Buddhism.
So the Islamic faith, they don't celebrate.
No, they don't. No.
Do they have their own?
Do they have an equivalent?
They do.
They do.
They have something, but it's like twice a year.
Because
that's what I was told.
Ramadan.
Is it Ramadan?
They have Ramadan. They have
something else.
Yeah, but they have their own thing. They have their own thing as well. They fast and
kebab day.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it.
No?
Yeah.
I don't know. Because
they should.
For me, I'm not practicing Catholic anymore.
Yeah.
Me neither.
That's the first time I've said that that's ever been recorded, actually.
But you're Filipino.
It's Pinoy.
I'm Pinoy.
I'm trying to be racist.
It's
you're like that
fun fact, trivia fact. Yeah. Most of the Philippines is Islamic.
What, really?
Holy shit!
What? Yeah, he shocked me with that fact too.
Bullshit.
He just dropped that on me.
You're playing with me now.
A lot of the.
Because I know Malaysia is very like a lot of the Muslims.
I think it's 2/3 of Philippines.
What about the whole circumcision thing? Is that a Christian thing or just a Philip thing?
That's just
circumcision's a health thing. Like it's a Jewish thing. It's a Jewish thing, but it's also like a medical thing.
Wait. I thought it was a Philo-Christian thing.
Okay.
Is that the same story where they get the shell and they cut your?
And they make you run into the beach?
What?
I don't know if my dad will like. Okay.
What are we talking about now?
Circumcisions.
Alright, new topic: circumcisions. But wait. Let me get this first.
How did this descend to like cutting penises now?
In terms of like. Because I think it was part of the Jewish faith to be circumcised because it's in the Bible.
Yeah.
And it kind of followed on through with Christianity or Catholicism.
Yeah. Before we continue, though, I need to state that none of us are Jewish, and so we're talking purely from a standpoint of like hearsay or whatever. So if we get anything wrong, don't be offended.
Grain of salt. Grain of salt.
But anyway, continue.
But yeah, like What I learnt about circumcision was, it was something that, Catholics did, and it was something that Filipinos did. You get circumcised as a kid, or whatever. But it became something more. For me, it was like a rite of passage. Like when it was like you get circumcised and you're like, now you're a man.
Yeah. So the snip is like the milestone.
Now you're a man, and it was just
Wait, hold on. This is not during when you were a baby. This
No,
doesn't
no.
happen.
This
What?
is-
You're a
this-
full grown man when
I
you
was
get your...
I was 12 years old.
What the fuck? That's the...
Yeah.
Oh my God, really? I can't imagine the pain. Like, they were 12 years old when you're old enough to, like, know to jerk to shit.
For it to
like,
register.
Yeah, like... No, I'm serious,
I
right?
didn't know then.
What, really?
Oh, okay.
It happened later on. No, but
Wow.
it was
Wow,
like
that's just fucking... Whoa, I can't imagine that. I'm crossing my legs right now, just trying, like, thinking about it. We're talking about circumcision.
it takes about 2 weeks to heal. But like, wow, I'm talking about circumcision in a
Wow.
You gonna show us?
podcast.
You gonna show
Wow, no, I'm
Yeah.
not going to show you guys. But it was something that my parents wanted, like my dad wanted me to do.
But if you had the choice, would you do it?
Yeah,
You would?
if I had, when I have a kid, I'd want him to be circumcised.
Yeah.
Wait. As a baby or as a 12-year-old?
I'd want him to have some understanding of what's going on.
Oh,
Yeah.
Because like if you cut it off as a baby, then there's a chance that like they might
might
cut
want
too much, and then as it grows, it'll tear.
Holy shit, dude.
So
ouch.
again, I'm not a medical like professional or anything like that.
I'm neither condemning it or advocating or whatever. I mean,
just
it's
know-
obviously just people's choices, but fuck, I'm just thinking of the pain at the moment. That's
What I
thinking
didn't
of.
understand was
Yeah.
there was this campaign in America where these guys they would wear like white pants and a red X across their crotches.
Yeah.
Which
And-
means.
And it was
the
like
scarlet letter.
They were circumcised against their will. Or,
Oh, okay.
like,
When they're babies, right?
When they were babies.
But
And,
if,
like, I didn't
you're
understand it.
12, would you
didn't feel
be,
it.
sort of have the presence of mind to say, I don't want to do that with your parents? Like if your parents ask you to
Yeah,
do something at
definitely.
12,
Yeah,
like,
if you're
you just
if
say
you're
yeah?
I think if your parents will be like, no, you have to do it, and you're like, no, I don't want to do it, then you have that opportunity to be like, yeah, this is my body. I'm like able to make that decision for myself.
Yeah.
You're not getting anywhere near me.
Leave my cock alone.
But like,
Puncher.
but yeah. But yeah, I don't know.
So wait. Did your parents? They gave you the option?
It was kind of like the idea was given to me when I was younger, and then it kind of like, oh, this is the idea that I had was it's a rite of passage for me.
Oh, so they didn't be like, come on, it'll make your dick bigger.
A lot of like uncles and like my dad was saying like, when you get it done, you're gonna grow so much taller.
You're gonna be a famous Filipino
like how you
basketball
use-
player.
I like how you put it like
You're
a
going to
Filipino
be,
accent.
you know what, anak, you're going to be so much taller. You're going to be, be able to jump so much higher.
Manny Pacquiao's got a circumcision as well.
Like those things like that, like trying to entice you to do it. But it was just like, well,
I mean, obviously, because they've done it, so they think that it's
yeah,
fine. Like,
for me, it was
yeah.
like, Dad, I trust you,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
So it
do
was
you
like-
still have your?
But is
foresight?
that is that the most painful thing you've ever experienced though, or you didn't really feel anything? Like it was anesthetic involved, right? Like you they just go in there and go, come here, like
I was awake for the procedure. But
but you didn't. But anesthetic, local
that's
anesthetic.
anesthetic. Yeah, the
Oh,
part
okay.
that hurt most.
Okay.
Was
Right?
What was the part that hurt the most?
the part that hurt the most during the procedure was the injection
Oh, okay.
with the anesthetic injection. I was like, ow, okay, there's a pinch there.
I thought it was your
And then
dignity.
I-
Where did they inject the needle?
Into your groin, into your sides, like into your thigh.
So it's obviously
it's
not
not
that.
on your
It's
dick.
obviously not that precise,
Not on
right?
your dick, bro.
No, but it's obviously not that
dickhead.
precise. So the whole area goes numb.
Yeah.
So it's not just the rod, but like the whole fucking area.
Not just the shaft.
Yeah, because my brother got his wisdom teeth pulled out, right? And they did a local anesthetic as well. But when he came out of it, like his lip was drooping and shit, and he was dribbling because he couldn't feel anything.
Yeah.
And then because he was hungry, obviously, so he went to eat. His fucking food was stuck all over his mouth. He couldn't feel it. And I'm like, dude, you got fucking food stuck in like underneath your lower lip, in between your gums and your lip. And he's like, oh, okay. He's like, fuck. It was so funny. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah,
like,
they anesthetized the area. not
Did you
just-
get like floppy leg syndrome? Like when you like
No.
no? Did you get, it was just the
Floppy dicks.
I'm pretty sure that I don't. You won't be able to get an erection if
For a while.
that whole area is anesthetized. But yeah, no, I think I would try to encourage him, if I have a son, I would encourage him to do it.
Yeah.
Just like I see the benefits medically.
What benefits?
It's just cleaner.
Just no dick cheese.
Wait. No.
Yes,
Wait.
there's no
I
dick
watched
cheese.
something on this, and they said there's not that much difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I got the same kind
Well,
of.
I don't have to pull back foreskin to clean it. I just clean it.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, but it's like
it makes it a little bit easier.
You're walking
what I
around
mean?
with a katana. Or we're walking around with a flip knife. You know, that's basically what it is, right?
Something popped up.
It's the censorship warning.
Censorship warning.
We're talking about penises. Don't stop.
Oh no, battery.
All right.
Is it battery? No, it's not. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's running off the big V-lock battery at the back, so it's
okay.
yeah.
This
But
is
but anyway,
wow,
back to our penis
Wow.
talk. Yeah.
This is how comfortable we are.
Yeah, I know,
Penis
it's
talk.
like this is what happens after a few. I should stock up on beers more often.
Yeah, we need more beer.
You want another beer? Seriously? You're not going to drive home, man. It's like, oh fuck, it's
Jason's
midnight now,
one.
dude.
Oh. Anyway.
You want Jason's one?
he hasn't touched it.
Oh yeah. Cheers, bro.
Did you just like confiscate his beer?
Yep.
Oh sorry.
Yeah,
want
just
it?
take it.
No, let's take it.
All right, cool. So Quiet just stole Jason's beer. Jason's not much of a drinker anyway. I remember when we were in
Can you
Hawaii.
use-
I remember when we were in Hawaii, man. I like peer pressured the shit out of this guy to drink, and we both got fucking shit faces one night in Hawaii. It was hilarious.
You gonna get in trouble.
Did you guys have
Was I
sex?
not supposed to say anything?
No, it's
Oh,
fine.
all right.
Like I told my girlfriend the hangover story. The hangover.
Oh
so,
fuck, man!
the
Like,
whole
no,
thing
no,
is,
just put it this way, right? I won't delve into the details because I
Yeah.
don't want to go there. But he fell asleep in the lobby of the hotel. I don't know how we got back, right?
I remember how we got back. Okay, this is
He carried me back and then he fell asleep in the lobby. I woke up in the middle of the night, puking my guts out on the bathroom floor of the hotel room. Going, where the fuck am I? I looked and it was like something from a movie. Like I like because you know last time I was conscious was when I was upright, right? So when I opened my eyes. I was fully disoriented because the ground was like this along the side of my face because I was lying on the side, right? And so all I see is tiles and then a puddle of like what appeared to be like liquid in front of my face, which was like it was vomit, but it was no. Yeah, I threw up, but it was no. It wasn't gross puke or anything. Like I was near the fucking sinkhole in the middle of the thing.
Every puke is gross.
Anyway, like it wasn't gross for me
It's
at the
like
time.
jowl?
So I washed my face and I looked around. Where the fuck's Jason? And then I didn't even give it another thought. And I just popped into bed. And I woke up in the morning and realized, fuck, I left my credit card at the club because I opened the tab. And I thought, fuck, man, this is going to be the most expensive fucking tab ever in the history of fucking tabs.
Oh shit.
So I called up the hotel and they were closed. So I had to call them up a few hours later and they were open. They said, oh, dude, I left my credit card at the club last night. And the club was closed. Like it was a Sunday, right? So they were closed. And I had to, but the club was attached to a hotel. So I walked down to the hotel. Like we called a cab, but it was literally like a 10-minute walk to this fucking hotel, right? It was down the main street.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And so I walked there, thinking the whole time thinking, "Fuck, man, it's gonna be like $1,000. It's gonna be like $1,000 or $2,000, or whatever it's gonna be. Like it's gonna be fucking shit." And I'm gonna have to sign off on this shit, and like there's no way to verify whether I bought all these drinks or not because I fucking blacked out, you know.
Yeah.
So I got there, I'm like, "Oh, it's gonna be shit. It's gonna be shit. It's gonna be shit. It's gonna be shit." Because he told me, I was buying random tourist drinks and shit.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah, and I was high-fiving like Japanese tourists and all that kind of stuff. So
You were taking photos of just random
yeah,
people.
I know.
as well.
On the internet, there's gonna be like random photos of me with like random tourists doing selfies and shit.
This is a great story already.
And I walk to the hotel and I go to the hotel bar, which is not the club, but it's like the hotel bar near the lobby, right? And I go, oh yeah, I'm the guy who left his credit card at the club.
The doofus that
And
Just say it really quietly.
yeah, and
That's
I've got this like look of like I just look defeated. I'm like, oh fuck, this is gonna be the most expensive fucking sign off ever. And the girl at the counter at the bar was like, oh okay, let me have a look. So she goes, oh yeah, I remember someone mentioned this, you know. I'm like, oh fuck, this is bad, man. If she knows about it, I'm fucked. Because she wasn't even working there that night. And she walks to the back and I take about 10 minutes and the whole time I'm thinking, oh fuck man, this is bad. This is so bad. And they come out and you know like when they give a receipt, the receipt prints out from the receipt printer and it's like it's a roll, right? So she comes with my credit card wrapped in this fucking thing and the thing was like half a meter long. All right, and I thought, oh no, fuck, this is so shit. Like this is fucking like this is fucked. So she brings it in and the top of the receipt was like fucking hotel information details and shit. And like, you know, the receipt's quite long, but there's not much in it. And there was a list of drinks. The bill was only like $350, which wasn't too bad. Was it $350? I remember it was something like, wasn't that?
I think it was a bit less than that.
Yeah. No. It was something that was like, I was like, oh, okay, that's fine.
It was under $500. That's what counts.
Yeah, it was under $500. Like, I think it was 300. Maybe it was a little less. I can't
think
remember.
it's roughly around 280, 300.
Yeah, because I looked at it, I'm like, oh, that's not too bad. That's like cheaper than a night out in Sydney. Because a night out in Sydney, you go out, like you walk into the club with $200 thinking, I got this. And then you wake up in the morning and you think, fuck, I visited the ATM twice. And like whenever I go to the ATM, I'd take no less than $200 out because it's not worth it, right? So you take. I'm like, I wake up in the morning. Oh fuck! All I remember is like going to the ATM a couple of times. And you look in your wallet and you got dry mouth and shit and you're hungover. And you look and you got like a couple of $5 notes and they're all sticky and shit. Like, oh fuck, how much did I fucking spend? And then you log in the net bank and you're like, oh fuck, man, that's so shit. Like, you know. But then this time it wasn't that bad. So
that's a big case of buyer's remorse.
yeah, I know. Because all you got for it was like gut rot and a headache, you know.
Yeah, that's right.
That's not bad. $350.
No, but this is this is the difference between Sydney and Hawaii, right? In the US states, because we got smashed. I was buying random people drinks for $300 ish, like something like that.
How much were the drinks? Like
I don't know because I got friends from the States and they say that, you know, when you go to a bar, just tip the bartender straight up and she'll, like, when you go to the bar, they'll look after you. Like, even if they don't hook you up with drinks, they'll serve you first, right?
Yeah.
So I gave this bartender, this chick $20 as tip, and 20 in the US is equivalent to like 50 here. Like yeah, because they don't really see 50. They don't see a lot of 50s, but they see 20s, right? Yeah. So whenever you give someone 20s, it's like a substantial amount of money. So I tipped her $20, and every time all I remember is every time I went to the bar, she came to me straight away, and I'm pretty sure she was double pouring for me. I can't be sure, right? And because you got smashed pretty quickly.
That's a given.
Yeah, true.
That's a given.
Even I got smashed pretty
Jason is a
quickly, so
lightweight.
I'm pretty sure she was double pouring for us. And
I'm pretty sure Ken was putting roofies in your drinks.
I got us home.
I
Come on,
got us
guys.
home, and then I was hoping, once he gets in bed, I'm like, yeah, shit. But then he fell asleep in the lobby. He must have known something was up.
Mind you, the taxi driver was really
Oh
friendly.
fuck, man! This whole fucking podcast, we're talking about like circumcision. Now we're talking about date rape and
Oh god.
oh good lord.
Okay, well,
As long as you had a good
just
time,
from
man.
my perspective, the taxi driver was really friendly. I was like,
Was he a Vietnamese?
He was a Vietnamese guy.
All right.
And then
in
like
the
he
middle
was
of Hawaii, was it a Vietnamese guy?
every Vietnamese, every driver over there is like Vietnamese. Anyway,
question,
Hawaii.
sorry, just
Yeah.
quick question: how many Filipinos are there in Hawaii?
Not that many.
yeah, I think we
didn't
met
notice.
some like Cali guys, but they were just like
Yeah.
from like the main island. So
Because
Yeah.
I thought Hawaii was like full of Filipinos.
No, it's
No,
not
I'm just-
Japanese.
Speculating, guys. Speculating.
I don't know this Filipinos, but I know
There's
there was a
a
lot
huge
of Japanese people
yeah.
there.
Right.
So many Japanese people. That explains the cute girls there because they're half Japanese, half like Hawaiian, which Hawaiians are basically Polynesian, right?
Yeah.
Like, so they got like this exotic thing with the Asian thing, and it's like,
But they're butch
it
like
works out.
no, they're not. They're not. Some of them are quite fair.
Really?
Like some of them are really nice. Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, you get like a nicer tan.
Fuck, but
over there.
Honolulu, like hookers galore, man. Like you can't go past like one corner without having seeing hookers there. Like it's just crazy. Within like say a 4-block radius,
Yeah.
there's like 100 hookers, man.
So when are we going to Hawaii?
Well, back to my story.
Anyway, back to
Sorry,
Joe.
go ahead.
We keep cutting him off.
Vietnamese cab
Yeah, this
drivers.
Vietnamese cab driver.
Yeah. And just to hold up the tradition of like interrupting him, I'm gonna walk out on you. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be
That's
back.
all right. That's all right.
Go for it.
Well, this is what happened. A taxi was driving by, and I was like, I can get home. I can finally get home. It was like 3 a.m.
Yeah.
So then I waved to him, and then I was like, okay, Kian, come on. We got to get to the car. He was out. He was blacked out. And he was just hunched over, and his face was like in his arms.
I've
and stuff.
experienced Ken drunk before. It's pretty fucked up.
Oh, really? Yeah, so the cab driver pulled up across the road, and then I was like, oh, shit, how am I going to pull him to the car? And the cab driver was like, no, you go. It's fine. I'll figure another way home. Or I was going to wait there till we sobered up or something. This guy, he just hops out, and he's like this big guy. He's like, come here. And he grabs Kian, and he opens the back door, and he just throws him in. And then I'm like, oh, that's pretty sweet. And he just closes the door. He's like, get in. And I was like, yes, we're going home. Yeah, so that's how we got home. But we got to the hotel, and like there was another episode of, woo.
On the topic of cab drivers, my friends and I, we like to go to Melbourne every year for the Grand Prix, for the Formula One.
Yeah.
And we met a taxi driver, Saba. If you're watching this, shout outs to you.
Which country was this?
This is I can't remember which year it was because every year it seems.
No,
like
country.
is Melbourne, Australia.
Oh, I overseas.
Anyway, we called for a cab, and it was this I can't remember what nationality he was. So anyway, His name was Saba, and he basically he picked us up. It was a maxi taxi. There was about maybe 7 of us, my cousins and mates and stuff. And at the end of the night, he's like, he dropped us off at the club, and he's like, here's my number. Give me a call. When you're leaving the club, I'll take you back. This and that. My friend Garcia and I, we left the club early, and so we called the Saba up. Everyone else was going to stay at the club and find their own way back. So we called up Saba, and we're like, "Hey Saba, can we get something to eat on the way home? Because we're kind of hungry." He's like, "Yeah, cool. We'll go stop over at Macca's." We get to Macca's in the drive-thru, and we start ordering. And then I turn to Saba, I go, "Do you want anything?" And he's like, no. And I start ordering for him. I go, "Can I get a cheeseburger? An extra cheeseburger, please?" And Saba's like, no, fillet of fish. I go, "Okay, fillet of fish for Saba." And then consecutive years after that, we would call him up to pick us up at the airport and
nice.
take us
So you have this
around.
like personal relationship with the dude now.
Yeah. He was like, he would tell us about how he was going. He was like, I go, "Saba, how come you don't like picking up? Like, do you get pretty busy?" He's like, "No, I don't like picking up drunk people." I go, "We're the drunk people." Picking up. He goes, "No, you guys are fine. Everybody else, they're dickheads." But yeah, I haven't seen him for a while, but yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah. You should send him a $30 guitar from Audi.
No, I should buy him a $30 robot vacuum cleaner. Fuck you.
Merry
All
Christmas,
right,
Saba.
it's my turn for a bathroom break.
Yeah. So what about you, Kai? Like, we interrupted you, but Christmas shopping.
Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh man, we're still talking about that.
Oh well, we're still on the topic of Christmas, aren't we? Like,
Christmas. Damn, what a year, eh? This year has.
I know this year's been
boys.
wild for me. Like, just project wise and shit.
Yeah. I just realized it's pretty cool that I've met all you guys.
I remember the first time I met you.
How did we meet, Jason?
We met in a club. I was shooting a gig for a group of
Yeah, because I was
designer
because
friends.
Jason is the most non-party guy ever.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, "You met him in a club, really? What the fuck?" Like,
Yeah. But I was shooting for some fashion designers, and this guy comes up to me. He's like, "Hey, you're Jason from Nashi Box." I'm like,
Did I say that?
yeah, you said that. And I was like, who the fuck's this guy?
Yeah, I think because back then, like,
fucking weird.
there wasn't much video stuff happening. So it was like, there's a local crew in town called Nashi Box doing all these like kind of YouTube Wong Fui kind of stuff. And I was like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the first time I met you, and I was like, man, this guy's a creep. I was like, where'd you come from?
He didn't even have the creepy mustache at the time.
Yeah, he
yet.
didn't even have the mustache. Yeah.
Just a chin.
Just the baby face, man.
Yeah. Then I met Kian through you, right?
No, we talked about this on the last podcast too. I met you on one of the shoots on
the
Jamie
Jamie-
Fans.
yeah, that's
Jamie
right.
Fans shoot, whatever.
Hey.
But I've actually run into you before. You know how I met Jason?
How'd you meet Jason?
Shout out to my mate Kwan, who's in Vietnam at the moment. He's just killing it. Doing like his Vinamoto stuff, like just.
Kwan's in Vietnam.
Yeah, he's been living there for like the last year.
Personal trainer Kwan.
No.
Kwan
Kwan Tran.
Tran.
Other
Kwan
one.
Tran.
Not my cousin.
Photographer,
Yeah.
video guy.
Oh, Dre.
Anyway, he introduced me
back.
to you, right? I remember when
Don is back.
we were on a
Don
shoot. I
has
can't remember
logged
what it was.
No,
I think
no, we were on the Ghoul.
The Ghoul, yeah, because
We met-
Yeah, I met you there. So he didn't introduce us, but he said, "Oh, this is Jason Tran. You don't know Jason? No, Jason Q." He said, "You don't know Jason Q? Everyone knows Jason Q." I'm like, "Really? Oh, okay. Well, I need to know Jason Q."
If you don't know who Jason Q is, you get to know him.
Yeah, you ain't cool unless you know Jason Q.
Yeah.
But so I met you. You're pretty cool. So
Yeah.
we've kind of been friends ever since, you know.
Yeah,
because I think
that's
we,
really cool.
we did cam ups together on that.
Yeah,
on that
that's
shoot,
right.
Yeah, and that still hasn't come out. Like it's still.
That's right. We're still waiting for it. It's like 3 years.
That's stuck in post-production at the moment.
Yeah.
But it was fun, man. I learned a lot on that shoot. So.
Yeah, I came on that shoot and I was like, yeah, I'm like gonna be like the sickest cam up ever. And then I come up to Kian and he's like, this is how you do this, this is how you do. I'm like, oh shit. I'll just stand back and watch this guy. He's like, yeah, there's a bit of flaring over here and there's a hot spot here. I was like,
Nah, man. Yeah, well, the thing is, I came from shooting my own kind of style and shit, right? And I rocked
Yeah.
up, and I think I spoke out of place a little bit because I wasn't the DOP on that shoot. I was just a cam op, you know, second cam op, by the way. And there was a DOP there, and there I am, fucking all cocky and shit, going, "Oh, we should fucking shoot on this fence." And no, I'm serious.
I remember
climbed
that.
on the fucking fence,
You
and then
climbed
I go, "Oh, this look kind of cool." We set up the dolly because we suggested the dolly shot, but we couldn't get this fucking spider dolly working. It was just fucked up. So we thought, oh, maybe we can shoot on the fence. So I climbed up on this fence, and then the director and the DOP looks up at me like they give me this look. Like it wasn't like what the fuck you like. There wasn't like, oh, get the fuck down kind of look. Who do you think you are? It was more like, what the fuck's this guy doing? And like, what's this weirdo climbing the fence for? And I looked at me and I'm like, better fucking. Yeah, okay, I got off the fence.
Better turn down.
Better turn it down. I got all excited. It was my first fucking like big shit with a crew and shit, and so I got a bit excited on that. And so it was fun.
So I think the way we met was Adam then.
Was it Adam? Yeah, it must be. Yeah, it was
because
Adam.
he was producing it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So and he's produced a
Shout
few
outs
things
to
for us
Adam.
ever since. Yeah, Adam Lowe.
Local crabs.
Local crabs.
We're just
Shout
talking
out.
about how we all met each other.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know how I met you, Don.
I don't know
I
how
don't
you
know.
guys met.
I think I met Don through your.
didn't I meet you through clubbing?
Was it clubbing?
I don't know.
Everyone met Qua through
How
clubbing.
How long have I known you for?
I don't know, man.
Or did I meet you through Jace?
I don't know. Like, did we make out or something? Like,
We
did
might have made out.
drunken sex. I
It
really,
might have been that.
I can't remember how I met you.
So Don's the real inspiration for you growing that mo. Then I'm guessing. Like,
No.
This is just my. This is just my normal facial hair. I grow a lot more facial hair than most Asians.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I met you, Don, on when we shot that unplugged thing together. Like
At
because
Zen Garage.
Zen Garage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was that the first time I met you? Because we didn't. Was that after we shot the music video for Tim or before? I can't remember.
That was before.
Before.
I remember.
Because you shot a video for Christian Joseph and myself.
Yeah, but how did I come across you? I can't remember. Like, because I must have seen you do something with. Oh, Jason shot that music video for you on the beach, and I saw that. And I'm
Oh,
like,
at the
fuck, this
beach.
guy's sick, man.
So it was for Christian Joseph.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's for
Yeah, it was Christian Joseph, and were you in it? No, you weren't in it.
I was
Because you're managing. That's right. And then I saw your stuff through that because I was like, oh, I want to shoot this unplugged thing for Christian Joseph.
Yeah.
So I did. I contacted you, right? Because you're managing him, and then I realized that you sing and play as well. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, sweet! That's fucking two videos in one go. So I keep smacking this fucking microphone.
So excited.
I talk with my hands a lot, so I keep smacking Jason's.
Yeah.
mic.
Are you
face.
still managing Christian Jason?
No, I'm not anymore.
Nah, he's
That was a while
toned
ago.
it down a little bit though, hasn't he? I haven't seen much
He
happen.
was working for a while, but he's still doing his thing.
Yeah,
I used to
Yeah.
call him Joseph Vincent.
yeah.
Joseph Vincent.
Joseph Vincent. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people did that when I said I was shooting a music video for Christian.
And they're like, oh, Joseph Vincent.
I was like, oh. Joseph Vincent's
American.
Yeah, of course. Everyone knows Joseph Vincent.
Yeah.
Man. But yeah, two first names. That's why I think maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super.
Yeah. But
That was. Is that a thing? Because I started calling
celebrities
Maybe
myself
it's a filler
Don
thing.
Angelo,
yeah.
which is my first two names.
Same. I call myself Kian Dan because like Lou for some reason like you would think Kian would be the name that people fuck up, but it's always Lou that you fuck up. I don't know, like Lie, Liu, like what the fuck, man? It's like two U's.
To use, yeah. How you
Yeah.
get that wrong?
Is that why you changed it on Facebook?
No. The reason I changed it because I actually have a friend like within my circle of friends, another guy called Kian Lou.
Yeah.
And fucking Facebook, people keep tagging him or me as the other person, like
Right.
keep tagging the wrong person. So one of my best friends, his name's John X, right? And I thought, fuck, I'm going to take a page out of his book. I'm going to put my fucking middle initial in my name. So I call myself Kian D. Lou.
Wait,
And
what's his ex then?
X, it's a long story.
Xander.
No, it's
Xavier,
New one?
you know,
Cyrus.
I won't say it because it's a really cool story, and I don't want to fuck up for him. So
Get him on the show.
I'll get him on the
you
show
get
and we'll
him
talk
to
about it. But yeah, like it's the origins of the name is pretty fucking cool. But yeah,
John X's.
yeah, no, but like
origin
everyone,
story.
like it's the fucking thing is it's a catchy name, and I'm not saying that I'm fucking copying John. I'm not fucking copying you, right?
Yes, you are.
But no, it's not that. It's not. I'm not copying. It's more like just to distinguish myself between this other Kian Lu, really, and because that was the final straw. Because what happened was a few years back, I got this letter in the mail. And I opened it up and I got the fright of my life. Apparently I owe this fucking lawyer like from Adelaide 70 grand. And I'm like, what the fuck? I've never been in Adelaide. And I looked at it and it dawned on me really pretty quickly that it was another Kian Lu. I'm like, how the fuck? You know what they did? The lawyer must have hired a private investigator to look up Kian Lu to send this fucking summons to go to court, right? Like, but then the private investigator must have went, oh fuck it, I'm lazy. And they just looked up the phone book and said, Kian Lu, first one, that bang. And they sent it to me. But then I called him up and said, look, dude, you got the wrong Kian Lu. I'm in a different fucking state. And he's like, oh, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty fucking sure I've never been to Adelaide. And he goes, okay, then we'll sort it out. And I never heard from him again. But it was like fucking shock of my life. I opened this letter and a 70 grand bill in there for a Kian Lu. So, and then that was the first taste of like, oh, because Kian Lu I thought was a fairly unique name, but apparently not. So
You're not unique. You're not special.
I'm not a snowflake at all. So yeah. Anyway, and then within my circle of friends, I met another Kian Lu because I actually was friends with his wife first, and we'll start talking, and she's like, "Oh fuck, your name's Kian Lu? Fuck, my boyfriend, my fiance's Kian Lu." So
They're gonna drop something.
yeah. So anyway, so I freaked out, and then the final straw was when people were tagging his photos. With me in it or vice versa, and I thought, fuck that, I'm going to change my name. So anyway, that's a long fucking story.
I always get you confused with the other Kian Lu.
Yeah.
You're the only Kian Lu.
Yeah.
So Candy Lu.
I always found you to be quite rare, like Asian.
No,
Yeah.
just make out already, guys. Come on.
Anyway, so
You met me through April.
who's that?
That's right.
Yeah, she was running
April Love.
April
April
Love.
Love.
Yeah,
Salam
she
in.
was on the show as well.
Shout out. What's up, April?
What's up?
What's up?
What
She's
up,
doing some
April?
great things lately too.
Yeah.
I saw her on that YouTube. There's two Asian guys.
Scandalosa.
No. There's a
there's
new
some
Asian.
soaps
There's
and-
two new Asian guys
Sid
doing a YouTube
20,
channel.
Oh, where they went out to Pitt Street Mall.
Asian
and shit.
Boss.
Yeah, something like that.
Something-
not
something
seen it.
boss.
They're getting that off the ground. So
Yeah, she went around interviewing people about
yeah, she's got the personality for it to go around.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I met April doing
So
like
good.
So good that music event, and she was hosting. I think she was going for Miss Philippines or something.
She
like that.
took that title, didn't she? Or, no,
Yeah.
She took
But-
Miss Charity, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because one of the things that she had to do was she enlisted the company I was working for at the time to do an event. And so she hosted it with me, that event. And because I guess we worked well as a team hosting, she just kept hosting with me.
Oh, nice.
That's how I met her. And,
Oh, really?
And I became friends with her. And then I met Jace through an event that she was running. Because you guys were the camera crew.
Oh, you shot that charity thing because I did the promo video for them. I think that's how I met you.
Was that how I met you?
I shot that fucking promo for that thing, and she asked me to shoot the event, but I was busy. So no, actually, she asked you first, but then you were busy and you couldn't do the promo, so that's why I did the promo.
Yeah,
So I got your
that's
sloppy
right.
seconds.
That was how I met you.
Yes.
Sloppy
I got
seconds.
sloppy seconds. But yeah, no, she was cool, man. Like, yeah, she was super friendly, like super grateful that I was doing that shit. Like,
She's hot
yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Pretty hot.
What's up, April?
Sup, April, sup. Sup, you hot, April, you hot.
Virtual wink.
Sorry, April, I'm taken. But don't worry, I'll buy you a $30 guitar from Audi.
Great.
No,
Aldi, what's up?
shit.
Okay.
Shit. No, oh yeah, just before, we should wrap it up soon, but before we do that, I'd just like to give a shout out to my friend Van Ann, who's just launched a Discovery Channel program. Yeah,
Make sure you
where she
say
goes to the
Van
Philippines.
Ann, not just Van. She gets upset.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's Van Ann, VA. Or
Van Ann.
Vanners.
Vanners. But yeah, so we got. Are you going to her event on?
What day is it?
Monday.
Oh, you're putting him on the spot, bro.
Yeah, you're putting it on the spot.
Oh, come on. No. You can just fucking lie and say you didn't get an invite. Go, where the fuck's my invite? But then you're going to get inboxed tomorrow.
I didn't get an invite.
This is gonna be released the week after.
Yeah, it's going to be like, it's fine. Yeah. But now you just make it more awkward. You can just say, oh, no, I can't make it. And it's fine. But now you're making it awkward.
I'm not making it
Oh,
awkward.
you are, but.
Am I?
Oh, before we close off, can we talk about the new Star Wars lightsaber?
Oh, fuck the T lightsaber.
The cross guard.
This is going to be another fucking half an hour, isn't it?
Oh.
No, it's fine. We'll talk about it. Fuck it. We'll talk about it. We'll make it much. It's all right.
Are you guys looking forward to the new Star Wars?
J.J. Abrams.
I was trying not to look forward to it, but I am now. I'm such a fanboy.
Oh my God, Star Wars! Oh my God!
Did you guys see that?
That video is so Jason showed me this video of a reaction. It was like a reaction video to the new trailer, and some guy sitting in front of the computer, and I thought it was just a legit
Like reaction video?
legit
Yeah.
reaction video. And then he gets up and starts like, he's like, I gotta play with my Star Wars toys. And starts just throwing shit around going, I love Star Wars. It was the best then. I was like, oh my God. But
I think the part that got me was when he got his R2D2 and started jerking it.
I haven't seen this video, but it sounds fucking amazing.
I'm gonna show you.
it's so good. But like a lot of people get so fanatical about that stuff. Like,
Fuck, dude, you're talking to one of them, man.
yeah, like
I grew up on that shit.
I mean, I like the movies, and I don't know. I'm excited because the trailer looked good.
That's what I feel like right now. Like when we're talking about the Star Wars. That's what I'm fucking feeling right now.
I'm gonna put that on a shirt for you, man.
I'm excited because the trailer looks good, but from what I've learned about trailers, see, the trailer for Lucy was good.
That made me watch the movie, and then
That made me want to watch the movie.
I
But when I watched
strangle
yes.
Luc Besson, man.
I
That was a
did-
mad movie. What are you talking about? I'm
you
joking, it
shut
was
your
fucking
mouth.
shit.
Luc Besson. I don't know what's
shit.
happened to that guy.
You shut your mouth or you get a $30 guitar for Christmas.
$30 guitar for Christmas to the face. No.
Oh man, that's cold.
No, but like, yeah. So I'm looking forward to it. I really couldn't give a crap about the whole cross guard controversy.
Nah, me neither.
Because it's what
For me, it
it's
was Millennium
science
Falcon.
fiction, guys. Come on, like meh.
Nah, the Millennium Falcon. 'cause
Make it whatever they
because
want.
The problem with the prequels, right, is that there was no familiarity. Like everything was kind of like redesigned, and that fucking Naboo starfighter that was like chrome that looked like the Terminator, the silver Terminator T1000, and it just does not. It didn't feel like anything familiar. It didn't feel like home.
Yeah.
And then you watch this thing, it's fucking like X-wings, and then when the Millennium Falcon did that fucking over the top like flying swoopy thing, I'm like, like it just
You need a towel.
yeah.
That was pretty much the reaction in that video.
Oh, what the fuck? and to be honest, that when the lightsaber came out, I was like, oh, that's cool. But then I have my concerns about it. I'm like, that's not Star Wars though. Like,
Yeah, it's really out there.
yeah, it's really out there. I mean, it's cool, but I don't know, like.
They would have to see. They'd have to do something to evolve it. I mean, when I saw the double-edged lightsaber with Darth Maul, I was like, that was pretty cool. I
Yeah.
want to get one now and start.
That was the best thing about
Swing it
the
around.
best thing
Yeah.
about that movie was that fight choreography.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
when he did that whole fucking thing, I was like, oh, because
I remember my friends and we bought lightsabers when we watched like Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
And we were like, running around Penrith Plaza, just swinging these fake lightsabers around.
That's pretty fucking lame, man.
Yeah, no, but it was so cool at the time. We're like, yeah, Darth Maul, yeah. And security's like, you need to stop swinging that shit around.
now people were like fighting with like those the ones I've got the Force Effects lightsabers in the premiere, because I went and watched. No, it wasn't the premiere, but it was one of the first screenings of Star Wars Phantom Menace. And people were like fucking in there, and they were pretending to like fight with lightsabers and shit, and it was pretty cool. Like it was a good atmosphere. And then the movie ended, and I'm like, actually, to be honest though, when the movie ended, I was so in awe with the fact that I just fucking witnessed Star Wars from my generation that I was so distracted by it that I didn't realize how bad the movie was until after the fact. And I got home and hang on, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Did I
I was
just
the
fucking
same.
see a fucking giant rat like talking like this, like basically talking like Mick Duran, like like
Jar Jar Binks.
yeah, Jar Jar
Mick
Binks,
Duran.
and yeah. I got back, and it wasn't until like I sort of had time to digest what I'd seen that I thought, oh, actually that wasn't that great.
Yeah, I was the same. I watched it,
Yeah.
like episode 1. I was like, oh, it's so good. And my mate, he was like, bro, that was so shit.
I did the same thing with Transformers. When the Transformers rolled out and they fucking transformed for the first time, and there was that big Michael Bay-ish kind of like fucking dolly orbit, and then they fucking transform in slow motion, and it was like lots of detail. I almost cried, man. I'm serious. I felt like teary because it's my fucking childhood. It made me fucking feel like I was fucking 10 years old again, watching like, oh my god. And then it wasn't until like maybe 2 weeks after I watched the movie, I thought, actually, that movie was sucked. Like the mise en scene, it was like just fucking terrible. The dialogue, the way it was cut, you could tell they were like on sound stages, and the actors weren't even in the same room. They would just film the dialogue, parts of dialogue separately. Like, it was just so fucking bad. And
I think it's because the action distracts you for long enough.
no, it was the fact that it was fucking the Transformers, Optimus Prime. Like it's like my imagination realized into like a live action movie kind of thing. And yeah, it's kind of cool. Like I thought, oh yeah, they did a good job in like, you know, transforming, because there's no way you can make the blocky Transformers from like the Gen 1 look anything like like, you know, look kind of realistic, right?
Realistic, yeah.
Yeah, with people in it. Like it would look ridiculous, but at the same time I'm like, oh, but I still like my G1 stuff. So all my toys that I have in my collection are all G1 Transformers. I refuse to buy like new Transformers shit because it just looks fucking ugly in the scheme of things, you know? But, yeah.
You're a purist when it comes to
Yeah, I'm a little
Transformers.
bit. I'm like that. Yeah. Anyway, what were we talking about? I just fucking sidetracked the whole thing.
We're supposed to talk about Star Wars.
We're talking about Star Wars.
Star Wars, yeah.
Star Wars.
But see, the action, for episode 1, I enjoyed the action in that. That fight scene was really cool.
Yeah.
I just
gotta
really like
agree with
Qui-Gon Jinn, and then he died, and I was like, fuck.
Yeah, Liam Neeson.
Liam
That was the
Neeson,
beginning of
yeah.
like his fucking resurgence of his career, you know?
Now you don't mess with Liam Neeson, man.
Yeah,
That's so funny.
yeah.
I actually watched the behind the scenes.
I don't have any money.
Please stop.
I was going to do the fucking Taken monologue, but anyway.
And
But I realized I forgot the fucking
the
lines.
lines. Yeah. He said like that brought him to a new path in his career as well.
Yeah.
Because he had to basically speak to an ex. He had to go off dialogue because he was speaking to like Yoda.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Special effects. Like I thought you meant ex as like an ex-wife. I'm like, what?
No. Sorry. An actual ex.
Okay. Like green screen stuff.
Green
like
screen
imaginary.
stuff.
Cross
Yeah.
on the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Yeah. Because I reckon it's fucking hard. It's like
Yeah,
hard enough
definitely.
to act it to begin with and then try
See-
to act as something that's not there.
See, a lot of people, when people were seeing the Taken films, a lot of people were saying Liam Neeson as an action hero. They forgot that he was in Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
You know, doing fight scenes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
I came out of Taken and I was like in shock. I was like, man, it was a really good movie.
Yeah, yeah. And now he's like typecast in that kind of role now.
Yeah.
With
What's that new movie that's coming out?
Non-stop, Taken 3.
No. There's another movie that's not Taken 3.
Something with the tombstones, right?
Yeah, that's right. That one.
Walk Amongst Tombstones.
It
That was like Taken. That's like Taken.
Yeah.
Spin-off. Yeah, I don't know.
because it
Just
works,
blunt
it'll work
rip-off.
until it stops working for him.
Yeah. But
And-
dude, I mean, fucking good on him, man. Like he's worked his whole life. And,
It's really
You know,
good.
now he's
Yeah.
cashing up. So
Talking about movies, are you guys aware of this whole Pirate Bay blockage thingy?
Oh,
Australia?
they've taken it down. No,
Yeah,
I tried
they've
to
taken
go on.
Pirate Bay down.
I tried to go on Pirate Bay the other night, and I was like,
fuck it. I use kick-ass torrents anyway. I
I
shouldn't
heard-
really be saying this because, like, you know, if someone in sort of like
Yeah.
that's aspiring to be a filmmaker, like, I really should be fucking not advertising,
Well,
advocating.
I
fucking
see,
torrents
I
and
heard they
shit,
took
but-
down the servers in Switzerland.
Switzerland.
And they put them back up in Costa Rica.
Yeah,
Oh,
look,
really?
look, honestly, look, this is a direct fucking open like comment to the fucking film execs and shit. Change your business model. You ain't gonna stop the torrents, man. Like it's not gonna happen. You know, you're not
That
gonna
is
do it.
true.
Like you've been trying for the last fucking decade. Like
See-
how are you gonna stop it?
See, apparently, Australia is one of the biggest
It is.
culprits of
No
like,
shit,
pirate.
because we can't fucking get anything here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and even if we do, we have to pay for it, or we get it late.
The Netflix.
Pay for it more.
Have you heard about the Netflix? How they're gonna like?
It's coming out in March. Yeah,
But you know how much they're charging? Twice as much as what you would get in the States.
I would.
Yeah.
I was expecting.
And
that.
people were like, people have been getting Netflix not like officially via
proxies. Yeah,
proxies and VPNs and shit like that. And we're paying like $15 a month, right? And they come here and go, yeah, you know, guys, I've got a great deal for you. We're bringing Netflix finally, like 2 years after the fact. We're bringing Netflix, you know, but we're going to charge you only $30 a month. Like, fuck off, man. We're paying $15 a month. Why the fuck would I pay you $30 a month? Like, that's the problem with Australian business. Like, there's too many middlemen or something. I don't know what the fuck problem is like, but it's just everything is
too much of a
expensive,
markup.
yeah.
So what's gonna happen in the future? Is no more torrents or?
No, they're never going to get rid of it. Like, the thing is, like, I make it like, you see my DVD collection, right? If I like a movie, I'll fucking buy it. Right? I think, look, it's like, for me, it's like, you know, I might download Game of Thrones, right? But I'll buy it. Because I download it to watch it. But then I'm thinking, these guys spent a lot of money on it. I want to support these cunts. I'll buy it.
I think Jay-Z said it best. He was saying something like this era in terms of music is like it's
Try
like the
before you
wild
buy.
it's like the wild west. Like
Yeah.
it's like the Wild West where the old rules don't apply.
There's only etiquette.
They've got to create their own rules. And what Jay-Z did was with his album, he released it through Samsung, so he sold 1 million copies for like $5 each to Samsung.
Yeah.
And then Samsung released it for him. So he made his money already and he gave it away for free. So like those types of things. The J. Cole album was released via app, like some sort of app, and they just got to find other ways to release them
like
for
say
free,
like
but make money off it.
relating to the video, like TV shows and shit, like House of Cards, they just released it VOD, like one go, no like week by week trying to fucking like they know the market, they know the audience, like people want to binge watch, you know.
Yeah.
Like, or just watch whenever they want. They don't want to fucking tune in Wednesday night at 7:30 to watch like.
You
gonna
guys
do that,
reckon
man.
in the future TV is going to be like obsolete?
I reckon eventually. I reckon eventually it's gonna be gone.
Yeah,
like,
possibly.
new media we talk about it all the time. Like, it just,
But-
it's a dinosaur model now. You know, like
Yeah.
advertising and shit.
I think it'll just amalgamate into internet, like viewing. That's all it's gonna be.
But the internet is so saturated, man. The amount of content that is online right now,
Fuck, it's heaps, man.
it's
and
just nonstop.
And like having said that, it's like why watch TV if we can watch anything, practically anything that we want on the internet.
That's right.
Yeah.
You know.
But I remember 3 years ago when I started doing 3 or 4 years ago, 4 years ago now, when I did my very first YouTube clip, and that was I did lots before then, like all my travel blogs and shit. No one ever saw them. Then I started a new channel, Dope Sauce Media, right? And I did my very first video was the one I shot with Willtown of Dirty Birdie, and that got us fucking like 300,000 views within the first couple of months or something like that. And at that time, like YouTube was not very big in Australia, and I got notified saying, "Oh, you're like the top 16th Australian
Australia.
YouTuber in Australia." I'm like, what the fuck? It's my first video. Yeah, and this is back then when you had to have a certain number of views to be a YouTube partner. Now you can just fucking be a YouTube partner.
Instantly.
Yeah, instantly. But now, back then I was like, oh, YouTube partner. Yeah, fuck yeah, I'll sign up as a YouTube partner. You get a lot of perks. And you get paid, but like for those particular videos, I don't get paid for any of them because I use like unlicensed music so money goes to those guys instead.
Maybe you should hire somebody to do your music for you.
Yeah, done. Yeah, but I mean, it's not kind of the direction I'm heading at the moment. But I still want to do special interest stuff. Like maybe you can compose something for my documentary. Yeah, see, this is live on air right now, like talking about the shit.
Business.
Well, actually, not live on air. Look at me, I'm fucking the like 5th podcast I'm fucking doing. Like, but you can maybe we can work together on this podcast. It'll be fucking awesome. I mean, not podcast on
documentaries.
documentary. Yeah.
Don, you're trying to make it as a creative artist in the music industry. So what's your plans on trying to sell music, trying to sell your songs and stuff like that? You can do it through like iTunes.
See,
or-
I was thinking about this, and it was kind of like that's a platform for like that artists can use to sell their music. Digital distribution like via iTunes, Amazon Music,
on demand kind of stuff.
Yeah,
right?
all that stuff, Spotify and whatever is. I'd
Because I'd imagine it'd be pretty tough if you want
Yeah.
to make it big, right? Now as a musician.
yeah. I've like helped other artists release stuff on iTunes and things like that. And unless you have a massive following, then it's difficult to get people to buy your stuff.
Because like how's Christian Joseph and
Tim Bautista.
how are they all doing right now?
They're slowly working on stuff. I think because what I've noticed in like with artists and stuff, life happens. You still got to pay the bills and stuff like that. If you're not doing it with the music, you got to do it some other way.
Yeah.
So they'll be working jobs and doing all this stuff while slowly building up their kind of music empire and building up their repertoire. They're still releasing stuff.
Yeah. They're still up there.
They get motivated in phases, right? Like they're not.
Who's the other guy? Harry or something?
Harry Mellon. Yeah, he got signed to a major to a manager who was well known and stuff like that. He hasn't released anything as of yet, but he's still kind of developing his stuff. I know he is. I know you're developing your stuff, Harry. I know you don't want to show any of us, but it's one of those things like I read somewhere that I can't remember the exact quote, but like 10 years of silence or something like that.
Yeah.
Like someone that releases a great body of work will have this this long period of silence where they're just not doing anything, not releasing stuff, and they're just going to build up all of this stuff, and then when they do release something, example, Justin Timberlake. Took him ages,
That's true. Yeah.
and then he released like 2020 Experience.
Yeah.
Blew everybody's mind.
Yeah.
And it was like that's amazing, and I think that's what Harry is kind of doing.
Yeah.
What I've noticed in the music industry is that it's more about your marketability. It's more about your how many followers you can pull, how many people you can, how many people you can pull, and that's what. If you're marketable, then yeah, you'll sell more stuff. Which is why I truly believe that the music industry, a lot of it is built up on these reality TV shows that we have, because these artists will come up, they'll have session artists play for these artists on the TV shows. They'll have session artists, like musicians, play for these artists at concerts. So they're creating jobs they're creating artists, they're creating jobs for musicians that are already established, that are already established in Sydney, and that. So it really comes down to, it's really built off these reality TV shows, and that's what I think. Yeah, but in terms of selling my stuff, it feels like I've gotten to a point where music is. I just want to create stuff.
Yeah.
I just want to create stuff. Like we just came out of a project for Jason's film, and I did the soundtrack for that, and it was more like I wanted to create this because I wanted it to mean something to me, and not because I wanted to make money off it. Whoa. Is everything all right?
Yeah, it's all good. I'm just trying to be discreet and end up knocking up all the stuff. Anyway.
Yeah, it wasn't like the project was meant for just because I wanted to, just because we wanted to, something that we were passionate about, and I think that's the ultimate goal. That if you're able to do what you do passionately and what you're passionate about and make money off that, then that would be the best thing. I mean, there's an Australian artist named Sia, who she's written amazing songs for pop artists. She's written for Beyonce. She's written for Neo, Rihanna.
Wow.
And what she does is she just writes songs and then gets paid for it. She releases like some of her own stuff, but that's what she loves to do.
But is that sort of maybe the direction you want to head, like to more
I would love to do that.
producing?
I would love to produce. I would love to write music for.
Because you got a knack for it, man. Like all the music you did for Jason's film, I loved it, man. It was
Thanks,
awesome.
man. Thanks. Yeah, that's I hopefully that I would try to get there, but it's more like a process that I'm trying to build up towards being able to do that as a profession.
Yeah, it's tough, man. Like it's especially in Australia. I think the landscape is. It's like hopefully something will change, man. Like you just show the passion. You just kind of keep riding off that.
Yeah,
and hopefully something will show up. Like
because I have friends that are like live musicians. They're session musicians, and they get paid to play.
Yeah,
and they make a living off playing and stuff like that. And one of my friends was always encouraging me to be like, just quit your job, just do music full time. And it felt really tempting because I know that if I quit my job, I would be hungrier.
Yeah, because you have no choice but to.
Yeah, you have no choice but to do that. But at the same time, I had another friend, producer friend of mine, was like, "Don't be an idiot. Don't quit your job." Like
it's like the left shoulder and the right shoulder,
Yeah, he was like, "Don't be an idiot. Don't quit your job. Like you've got this good thing going with your job, and you're developing your craft." Yeah.
And so what do you do for your 9 to 5?
I'm a business analyst. So completely different from I sit and I solve problems all day. So completely different to music. It's more like the rational, logical side, whereas music is just purely creative for me. And yeah, I think for me it's because I still need to develop my craft a lot more. And yeah, if my passion meets my ability to be, to live off like that craft, then yeah, that will be ideal. But for now, we'll just.
But you know what I realized doing this, right? It's you never feel ready as sort of like this is going to sound very like pompous, right? But as an artist, you never feel like you're ready to be where you are, and I think that's that feeling of always perpetually being in the deep end is what drives the creativity. Because when you start feeling comfortable in what you do, that's when creativity stops. And I think that's the reason why all these great directors growing up, and like it breaks my heart. Like you watch Steven Spielberg and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skulls, and and like they're basically just digging back into their repertoire, and like they're just doing what they're comfortable with, and they just don't give a shit. To be honest, they don't give a shit anymore. The last movie that Steven Spielberg gave a shit about was AI, because he did that for his mate Kubrick, because Kubrick developed that story, and they obviously, it's no secret they're friends, right? So when Kubrick passed away, this is sort of like a project he wanted to do for his old mate. But when he all these other movies, like, oh man, it's just he doesn't give it. I can just tell he doesn't give a shit anymore. And same with like George Lucas, all the Star Wars movies. Like, I mean, like he set the tone for like modern day cinema. Like he's one of the guys. But he's gotten to a stage he doesn't give a shit anymore. Like, you see like behind the scenes, and it's almost like because Star Wars is so long ago, he just doesn't even fucking know what Star Wars is about anymore. Like he's lost he's sort of like lost the grasp of the mythos of Star Wars. Like it's like he's created a whole other world, and it would have worked better if he called it something else. If he called it like
Galaxy Quest.
Laser Sword Empires or something like that. Like it would have worked, but because he attached the fucking Star Wars name to it, it just doesn't work anymore. And I mean, like I know I'm sort of like digressing a little bit, but I think back on point is that when you sort of feel like you're comfortable, that's when things go wrong. So you always feel like you're in the deep end, and I think that, like for me, that insecurity is what drives my creativity. So yeah. Anyway, that's just sort of something I thought of when you were talking, but it doesn't really have a point.
Yeah.
Make the one.
Yeah.
How do you feel about this creative artist stuff, man?
Well, it would be similar to you, wouldn't it?
Yeah, in terms of that, it is very similar. But where I see it now is like a lot of people want to be in this golden era of like the 50s and back then you're like film noir and all this stuff. Like they want to be during the time where they're developing all this stuff. But we're in a time where we're exploring. Yeah, we're exploring like this digital media, and things turn over so much quicker that you can hone your craft a lot faster. Yeah. Compared to
that's why I respect guys like Tarantino and Kevin Smith. Like they just don't really. I mean, it's not like they totally disrespect the classics or the old way of doing things, but they're totally new school, man. They don't sort of like, they're not hindered by all that. They go, yeah, filmmaking's filmmaking, but fuck, man, I'm telling stories my way. I'm doing things my way. You know?
If anything, Tarantino pays homage to old stuff.
No, he does, but he does it in such a way that he shows his respect, and it's a nod to the old ways. Yeah. But he does things so differently. Like you look at Pulp Fiction, man. It's like back before, like the old sort of like motto of cinema is basically show don't tell. Whereas Tarantino's the total opposite, man. Like he'll sit there and write this 5-page dialogue, like that goes for like 5 minutes, and it's just these two guys talking about shit that happened, and somehow it works for Tarantino.
Yeah, that's true.
So
yeah.
Anyway, sorry to interrupt, but
no.
So you were saying?
Yeah. So we're living in this we're living it right now in terms of like creating content. We're living in our golden era. Like to get it wrong, to get it right, we have it right here. We just have to realize like we just hone it, like push the craft. A lot of people don't see that, and so that's pretty much it. Like
I've kind of lost my ways in terms of photography and creating.
Yeah,
it's just a job.
Too comfortable.
I think you should
push it a bit, man.
You know what you should do?
Go out and do street photography and shit.
No, but that's the thing.
We should do a collaborative effort and just like try to push boundaries with our crafts ourselves.
Yeah. I'm slowly it's just a job for me, photography, because I find when I did start photography, it was an ego thing. It was like, hey,
No, but it was
check
also
out-
learning as well. Like
yeah,
you're learning something.
But it's like, check out this cool photo. I took, hey, look at me. Look how cool I am. But
Sounds
I
so
got
shitty.
I got over that pretty quickly. Right now, it's just a job. Like, I'm not doing it for that. At the start, I was,
yeah.
but now it's just
So what you're saying? You lost that little something that you get out of it, like
yeah.
yeah.
A friend of mine actually said, we all know her, Diana. Shout out to Diana.
Oh, Diana used to be a model.
Which donor?
Diana DB.
Oh yeah.
Anyway,
She reckons that I tried to pick her up, but it's not true.
You know, she's not the only person that said that.
I think just here's the flirty nature.
It's because you're around the club. Anyway, forget
Everyone
it.
thinks I'm trying to pick them up,
But
but
you're
No,
just
but he's
trying to
just,
take
it's
a
business
photo
for
of
them.
them.
It's business for Kawhi. He goes around, yeah,
Any-
how you doing?
anyway.
Yeah, anyway,
Yeah.
like, he's a friendly guy.
Anyway,
like,
she
hey,
was,
you want to fuck? No, oh, just take a photo.
no, but she was telling me that like because I felt kind of jaded with music as well. I was telling Jason this. I was like, I think I'm gonna stop making music. I'm gonna
Yeah.
stop doing this stuff. And Diana said to me that why don't you just step back a bit and create something that you want to create, not just to make money from it, and do it something because you care about it.
Wow, this Diana's got a good head on her shoulder.
Wow, she's so wise.
So wise. But like maybe try something like that. Like go out there and like go back to your roots of taking photos because
For the hell, for the fun
because
of it,
for the beauty of it or for whatever inspires you with photography.
This is why I refuse to take photos for work. Like for me, like I've been asked so many times, "Oh, can you do portraits and shit?" Like I know I don't do portraits. Like even though I can, I want to keep it purely for the enjoyment. So I do my video work. Like video is starting to feel a bit like work now. Like especially when I shoot weddings, it feels a bit like work. Before I was like, "Oh, look at this beautiful shot." Now it's like, okay. I always try to spin up the thing, so I don't do like cookie cutter cut weddings. But at the same time, it's like it's feeling like work. Whereas like when I do my photography, go out and do street photography, go and do time lapses. It's all for me. I don't do it for anybody else but me. And I think maybe try and find something like that. Just say, look, when I do fucking street photography or when I do nude model, like glamour, like if you do glamour, let me know. I'll come out and hold the light for you. But like, if you do stuff like that, like just keep something for yourself. Like I think that's the key. Like always keep something for yourself. Don't otherwise it's just you lose the passion.
Because you lose your soul.
Yeah.
I did. It's gone.
No,
Don't say
you
that,
can
man.
bring it back.
You can bring it back. Just give it mouth to mouth. With CPR.
Let's try. I don't know. Photography is just I don't know.
Don't say that, man. It's a line of work. You can't fucking tell everybody that.
Oh shit. I love photography. It's my passion. Yes.
No, but, I mean, look, it's fine. Like, you can get to a point where you say, look, it's just routine for me. But if you're fucking that good at it, which you are, like, you can tell people, I hate photography, and they'll still hire
He's
you.
all right. He's all right.
You know what I mean? So, but at the same time, like, you still need to feel something for it. Otherwise, like, it defies the whole point of doing what you're doing in the
I
first
reckon
place.
plan out a project that that will re-inspire you to take photos.
There's so many genres of photography, man. You just gotta find something else.
That's the thing. I find that it's all been done.
Yeah.
So I need to do something
No,
really,
but I mean,
really
look,
out there.
a shot's been done before, but the reason and the interpretation of it, like, it's all you. Like, that's what I tell my artist friends. I'm like, dude, it's not so much like, it's not the end goal, like, that people care about. It's not the piece of art. It's the journey. Like, if you can blog about it and talk about like the theory behind your piece and the motivation behind your piece and why you did something, and it's a personal thing. People want to know why you did something. Like if I take a street shot and I tell people, it might just be of a lady standing holding a cigarette in the middle of the street, and I might set a tone and a mood, and it might be black and white, it might be fucking all right, But for me, it's like if the little caption really fucking sells that picture. You go, say for instance, you take a picture of like a lady standing in the middle of the street, and there's some fucking billboards in the background. It's just a nice shot, but then when you have a story behind it, this lady just came out of hospital after witnessing her husband dying, whatever. Fuck, dude, it's like it's a whole story behind that, and I think that's what draws me to photography. It's the story, the human story behind a shot. That's why, I like street photography.
When you think about the digital media, how everything's really, really fast now.
Yeah,
Like,
but there's no substance though. It's just like, bang,
but
bang,
it's
look,
quick. It's like the guy that shot the New York. What's that New York photographer? Does all those stories of the random candid stuff.
People of New York.
People of New York.
Kings of New York. Yeah.
Yeah, like I mean, that was it blew up, but how much longer is that going to go on for?
Yeah.
Like
For as long as people like reading about random
And-
people.
But
Yeah,
dude,
that
like,
and,
that's been going on forever. Like, you know, like the say.
It sort of goes in line with like journalism, photography as well.
You look at like Ansel Adams, right? And he is considered one of the greats, and he is. He's one of the pioneers of like, you know, landscape photography and shit like that. Like he just changed the pardon my pun, the landscape of landscape photography, right? But you look at his shots now, and they look a bit dated. And I see the same shit on Facebook all the time. People are like just pulling these shots off. But you got to remember, he did it back in the day when it was like it's people that hadn't seen this shit before, and it's like black and white landscapes from like these amazing places, and the composition, the way he did it, you know, like the time of day he chose to shoot a certain thing, and the way he shot it, you know. And now people are just like sort of aping his style, and it loses a lot of, you know, it might lose its charm, but you look at Ansel Adams' work, and it never loses its charm, you know. And like things like, have you heard of an artist called Banksy?
Yep.
Yeah, Banksy. He was this because my favorite one of my favorite documentaries is this documentary about it's called Exit Through the Gift Shop, and it talks about like how the whole counterculture art revolution started, and he was one of the pioneers of it. You know, going out doing graffiti and shit like that, and totally different people really bought into that, and then. It's ironic because the whole point of his art was like he was trying to, it was like a big fuck you to like the art establishment, like, you know, going to galleries and people pointing up their noses going, oh, this is like that dot in the corner represents life, and that little square in the, I keep fucking knocking the mic, but that little square in the bottom represents like fucking loneliness. I'm like, dude, it is what you fucking see in it. Don't tell me, you know, what it is when clearly it isn't. Like, it's just fucking art snob shit, right?
Yeah.
And so his whole thing was to try to like, you know, turn art on its back. And then the ironic thing is like everyone's going, oh, I love this fucking art. I'm paying $1 million for a piece of art from Banksy, whatever. And he's made money and he, without ever showing his face. And the documentary is about this one guy who goes, oh, he wanted to do a documentary on the counterculture revolution, the art, right? And then he ends up like doing art himself, but he totally like misses the point because he ends up hiring people like to like Andy Warhol style, like they're hiring people to do art
stuff,
the pop art kind of shit, right? And then he runs this thing and he makes millions from this stuff, like selling art at his was it like a show, like an art show, like a convention kind of thing, and it was all a marketing kind of thing, and the whole like it's very tongue in cheek and almost satirical. Because you look at it and you don't really get it. Like the whole time you're watching, you go, I can't believe this guy's fucking brilliant. This guy's brilliant.
I thought it was brilliant.
Brilliant. And then at the end of it, you're like, oh my God, the documentary is actually poking its tongue out at these kind of cunts, especially the main character. And then it made me question whether this was legit or not. Because I think maybe part of it was kind of like, especially the main character in this documentary, I think maybe he was hamming it up a bit to sort of make the point that, show the irony of it, like like
that artist
popular now. Like,
I can't remember his name, but
I can't remember his name.
His artist name was Mr. Clean.
That's it. Yeah,
Mr. Clean, and basically he took a leaf out of
Space Invader and Banksy.
Space Invader, Banksy, and the guy that created Obey.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So he took pages out of their books and he mass produced like artworks like that. He made it like pop art. He just he'd have a stencil and he'd do it in 3 different colors or ways.
And each one would sell for like $50,000 or something like that. Like it was crazy. Yeah.
Because there was hype about it.
Did he make 15 million or what? 3 million? I can't remember. It was something ridiculous, like a really ridiculous number. Yeah, like millions.
And he had taken a quote that Banksy said about his work.
Yeah,
or said about him, and he put it up on a billboard, and everyone was like, "This guy."
Oh, he must be legit because Banksy's endorsing him. But really, it's just a quote, and because he thought, like, the story of it is like how he got the quote from Banksy was hilarious as well. Because it's just
a pretty good documentary.
It's a very good documentary.
And at the end of it, it says Banksy never helped anyone again to film a documentary.
Because even like some of the quotes at the end, Banksy was like, it was like I'm paraphrasing. It was like, I can't believe this guy's doing this. Like, yeah. So it was a brilliant documentary. But if you haven't seen it, you got to see it. It's brilliant.
I have an idea, and you probably don't need to include this, but what if we all go on some sort of road trip and create a project that's collaborative, as in like it's about like I'll write music for the journey, I'll write music for the thing. You document things with photos. You guys do the videos, I think, and it'll be the story of what we're trying to find. We're trying to find something, and whatever we find on that journey, or whatever we find on that road trip is
inspiration.
Is the
right?
thing.
Yeah, we're searching for inspiration. Yeah, that's, I really like that idea, man.
Dude, that sounds fucking hipster, eh?
I don't know if we'll be able to find like the same time free together, but
it would be cool, like if we could just, even if it's just like a weekend,
Yeah.
a bunch of us just go, let's just
load the
go,
car up
let's
and go,
just
yeah.
load the car up and go. Let's drive to friggin', I don't know, somewhere
Yeah.
out in
do
New
that.
South Wales,
Let's do it.
and then just just,
Hey,
do a
you got
podcast
an
then.
aspiring documentary filmmaker here, and you got like Mr. like New Age Spielberg here, so you got it in the bag now.
I wouldn't call it that, but
I think it'd be cool. Like if we did something like that just for the hell of it, man, just for the shits and giggles.
Yeah, just like no work, no fucking end goal, no end game. Like
Yeah,
no,
it doesn't need to pay and
like
stuff.
we're not trying to make it viral or anything, just for the pure sake of just fucking creating art and shit. It would be awesome.
Because I like that. Like when you're telling me about this, like the podcast stuff, I like the idea that we're gonna create content, but at the same time, if we all get together and just talk shit, we're gonna create ideas. We're gonna create stuff. We're gonna be able to inspire each other.
Yeah.
I think you just made me realize something. You know, I was having a bit of a bitch and whinge about where I am right now, but I just realized that we're pretty privileged to really create and do whatever
who else
we
can
wanna
fucking
do.
stay up to like 1 a.m. and talk shit on a podcast when it's a work school night and it's
That's
work day
true.
tomorrow? Like,
Yeah, and that's pretty empowering.
yeah, well, actually, he has to work tomorrow.
Oh dear.
Go work in
Today,
about
technically.
7 hours.
Yeah,
but I'll be
We
right.
should wrap this up.
wait, hold up, fucking.
Yeah, we should actually wrap this up.
This
I got work
Because I've
tomorrow. I got to
got-
shoot tomorrow too.
Are you gonna shoot tomorrow?
Yeah.
Are you shooting the road thing?
No. I'm
Oh,
shooting. What road thing?
Oh no, because Tina's doing this road thing. Oh, I just
No.
fucking spilled the beans. She told me not to say anything. Oh
No, don't worry.
no, she told me not to say anything. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna have to upload my podcast from like last week's podcast as well. But,
Yeah.
What's the I don't know how we're gonna wrap this up because
do
we
you-
talked about so much stuff.
I know, but I mean, this is technically a spin-off podcast because the other stuff is I'm bringing special guests in. Like the whole aim of this is like we want to do a regular kind of on a regular basis and come in. That way, there's a familiar face and
Yeah.
I reckon it'll get
common
better
themes.
as time goes because
No,
I think
this
we're
is fucking
still
fantastic
warming up. Right?
podcasting, man. We talked for like 2.5 hours now.
We've got so much content
So much
here.
shit.
It's
I
amazing.
know. I reckon maybe split into 2 podcasts or some shit. I don't know.
Split it up. Just
Yeah, split up to
for whatever
segments.
topic. Just put that as a
Yeah,
video.
yeah. Or should I just say fuck it and just upload it and go look? You know, if you want to watch it, watch it. If you don't want to watch it, don't watch it.
It'll be for us,
It'll
really.
be, it'll be for us. I know it's like self-indulgent kind of shit, but 2.5
Imagine-
hours. Look, I've seen podcasts run for 2 hours, man. Fuck it, like
Imagine that when we're like 50, looking back at this shit.
yeah,
Like I
What
can't
a
believe
bunch of
we were
idiots.
talking about.
yeah, I know.
Yeah, what a fucking retard.
Yeah, but I just want to do this on a regular basis, and I think
It's cool, man.
Yeah.
We appreciate you doing this for us.
Thank
so.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, thank
Thanks,
you
man.
for coming in and fucking talking on my podcast and shit, man. Our podcast.
Yeah, thanks
So,
for the biz, brother.
Yeah.
Goon Squad.
Yeah, we're missing two guys tonight. I don't know. I think I might sort of like rotate it around a bit, so it's not the same 4 of us every maybe like do a month us 4 and then maybe swap out Jimmy because we've got Jimmy and David that are keen. Are they keen? Actually, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure they'll probably be
Yeah,
keen.
yeah. So we'll kind of rotate or whatever. If
Yeah.
one of us are feeling sick or some shit.
Yeah.
Always like
Get Jimmy on. He's pretty sexy.
Yimmy.
Yeah, I know.
Yimmy and
Yeah,
Dave.
fuck, I was when I was editing the podcast. He was in like the whole time. He was like, he wasn't even flexing, and his shoulders were like, I'm like, oh, fuck.
I know, man.
Yeah,
Lay off the chicken nuggets, mate.
I know.
No, he loves that
I
shit.
know. So anyway, this whole podcast is full of like inside jokes and shout outs and shit like that. People are like, gonna fucking get it. But yeah, so thanks for coming in, guys. And yeah, I think we'll wrap it up now because we've harped on long enough.
And that's a wrap.
Yeah, so this is the Goon Squad signing out.
Goon
I'm
Squad.
Ken.
Goon Squad. What were you doing?
I'm Ken.
Oh, I'm Jason.
I'm Kwan Yuan.
I'm done.
Signing out.
Goon Squad.
Goon Squad.
Goon Squad.
Cheers.